precise creations of the time, sealed and protected the city, established a connection with his future selves. Given this, we believe those figures may be cast-offs, or ghosts of cast-offs, perhaps, the living cells of bodies your creator has worn previously. His fingers drag eloquently for him. The clock is unmoored in time, you see. We do not have a knowledge sufficient to investigate, but you might. You have a connection with he who created the clock. You should be able to align it with the present time, and uncover who these figures are. A gentle rare smile appears. If you cannot, at least you will increase our store of knowledge. Okay. Do you have any idea? We have tried. I have appealed to the order of truth. I have spoken with eminent seekers of knowledge. I have sent for wisdom from as far as the steadfast, a great achievement, you must agree. None have given us an answer. We believe you, sire. Your sire created the device, or had a hand in it. Perhaps you can find an answer where others have failed, and then we can help you. You will have our boundless gratitude, revered one. Should we try and do that? Wait, first let's go get the XP from this guy. Okay, we're stuck. How can we be stuck? Ye in the Overseer. Okay. The Overseer of the execution raised an eyebrow as you show him your badge of office. Yes, sir, he says. How can I help you? A magistrate? What is he doing here? Release him immediately. He looks over the stay of execution, paying close attention to the signature. Finally, he nods. This is all in order. One moment. He turns and calls to the Levites. I'll make the death of the condemned and set him free. He's pardoned. Yeah, I remember this scene. It's so cool. The deep... Okay. He turns back to you and bows. There you are, sir. All taken care of. There you go. As the Levites march off and the crowd disperses, Reese steadies himself, not quite recovered from his ordeal. Finally he raises his head and focuses on you. If you're the one who got me out of that nightmare, thank you, but where's that? His eyes settled on Tibir. There you are, you slippery bastard. Now, where's the money? If I went through that hell for nothing, I know. He chokes with emotion. 2 days, Tibir. I spilled my guts up there for 2 whole days. There's hardly anything left of me. He steps back, spreading his hands. About the money, you see, Reese, I was hoping to get a reward for turning in the fellow who sold us that brandy without telling us about the secrets, but... But? Reese, there's always a but when it comes to money, isn't there? I should have known. You only said you'd pay me so I wouldn't squeal on you, and you only saved my skin to save your own. He smacks his fists together. Now, am I going to have to fight through your friend to get to you, or are you going to step out from behind him and take it like a man? Okay. First of all, calm down. There isn't much to tell. Captain Silvertongue here talked me into a dirty job, then disappeared like a nabicus and left me holding the bag when it all went sour. Oh, Reese, says Tibur, can you blame me for running when I had a chance? You would have done the same, and besides, if I hadn't, we wouldn't have both been sentenced to die with no one to free either of us. Lucky that. If my tattooed friend hadn't come along, we'd both be executed in any case. He stabs a finger in Tibur's face. You only wanted to free me because you knew you'd be next on the block once the Devourer ate me. Okay. How would the Devourer of Wrongs know that Tibur was involved? The Dendra Ahur consume our members with our flesh. They know everything by the time they've finished eating us, and Tibur knew I'd have plenty of memories of him. Didn't didn't you, you coward? Who are the Dendra Ohur? Well, I know, but let's ask him though. Cultists who eat human flesh to gain the wisdom of the dead. Reese serious. The city's been using them as post-mortem judges for years. What was the job? Tiberius said we were transporting black market booze to Mrad Jolios. But he didn't tell me that he'd hidden state secrets in one of the bottles using some liquid Numenera trick, which turned the slap on the wrist crime into a damn death sentence. Death sentence? You're alive, aren't you? I'd have told him eventually. Ignorance was supposed to keep him safe. He glares at Tiber from under lowered brows. That's as may be, but you certainly seem to know where the Levites were going to come calling. The council somehow got wind of the deal and came after us. Funny how I was the only one home when they knocked out the door. Would the Devourer have found you guilty? As far as it goes, he would have learned about me if he had eaten Reese, and I did manage to escape the Levites when they showed up looking for us. But I didn't abandon you, lad. Reese, I escaped these Levites and saved you from the Devourer of Wrongs, because I love you and did not want to see you die. You have to believe me. Escaping the Levites was just good luck, that much is true. Do I? Reese says, cracking his knuckles. Okay, so yeah, I'm on Reese's side. Gold and indigo. Reese, you don't know what you're talking about. I never got paid, I promise you. This isn't over, you self-serving bastard. Reese jabs a finger in Tiber's face. Hide behind your friend if you like, but he won't keep you safe forever. You're dead, Tiber. Do you hear me? Dead. Okay. Jerem, who are you?
Yes.
Come on, talk to me. The child skids to a halt and rubs his forehead with the grimy forearms, leaving arrow tracks of dirt across his ruddy skin. Hey, Shuva, he pants, shading his eyes from the sun and grinning up at you. Never seen you before. Huh? You called me Shuva. Huh? Jerem says. A cautious light enters his eyes. Really? You never heard it? Has that changed too? No. A nervous blush colors his cheeks. It doesn't seem like he's afraid of you though. It's not mean, not really. It's a nickname for adults. Jerem glances at your face and goes for it. Some adults are nice to kids. Hey, pat the head, here's a flower, a bit of nash, whatever. But some aren't so nice. They curse, they shove us aside when we're in the way. Kids remember shoves more than smiles, right? So, Shuva. How can a place be so the same but so not? What? Is he a cast-off? Why are you so dirty? I do know. Paya and Kellenor make me wash twice a day. Guess the dirt likes me, hey? Don't your parents worry? My parents? Jerem says, eyebrow crinkling. You mean Paya and Kellenor? They're watching me until my Mard and Zero come back to me. What the fuck? What do Mard and Zero? Huh? What hands are for? Mard, Zero, my parents. You asked me about them. Paya and Kellenor are taking care of me until they come back. That's another one, isn't it? No wonder Paya doesn't like me talking to people. You like playing in the market? Not always, but it's better than school, hey? And I like watching Zaofi make sculptures, the ones that go sharp and curly. Reminds me of monsters on the side of Skarohal. What's that, a building? Yeah, Shuva. It's just a building at the center of town, 1,000 hands tall, with a mural on the side like Zaofi's sculpture, but flat. and in purple rock. Don't think you're going to miss it if you're looking for it, eh? We might, Calisage whispers, studying Jerem with something like concern. The Scar Hall was a grand temple at the center of town, like the child says. I say was because it was torn down centuries ago. I do hope he's lying, because otherwise he's mad. Okay. Where did you hear them? I'm not allowed to tell adults about that, or about where I'm from. His gaze steals to Paya and Kellener, both of whom are suddenly taking greater interest in your conversation. Don't ask, hey? I'm not even sure what I did. Oh, I had to see this. Such a bright and promising lad, and he's already keeping terrible secrets from his elders. What? No, it's not like that. It's nothing rancid. I just promised I'd stay quiet, right? You shouldn't be ashamed of the truth. You can't help noticing that he looks somewhat ashamed. Jerem wavers, looking between his adopted parents and the two of you. Finally he gives up. Alright, I guess I can tell you. Can you spread it around? But you can't spread it around, right? Okay, just tell me. Here, Shuva. I'm from here. It just up and changed without me. What? I grew up in the Downs. My parents lost their spot on the work chain, and we went to sleepy hungry more and more. Neither of them could look at me without crying. But everyone in the Downs was starving. It wasn't anything new. People started using that archway more and more. The Downs have changed too. I can see it on his face. What are the Downs? If you weren't the families in the up, everywhere else was Downs. Inside the wreckage, we'd dig deep, looking for food first, a worm second. My neighborhood was inside the curvy spiral. If you've ever seen paintings of a seashell, it's like that. I knew it. What is wrong with this place? Tell me about the archway. Big thing, always good smells coming out of it, too, like roasting meat and sunny days. I used to watch it, but I was never sure what it was for, you know? And the parents in the Downs never talked about it either. He shrugs without looking at you. Then one morning I saw Korna, a friend of mine, and her mart go up. Mart gives her a kiss, sends her through, and Korna never came out again. Know what I did, though? Music. Close, Shuva. Lovely guess. But no, it was a metal ring, he says, lowering his voice to a confidential whisper. Didn't look to be worth much, but every once in a while you'd hear Corna laughing. Whenever she was happy, right? He raises his hands to the cheek, then continues. Handful of days pass, and my Mart takes me for a walk too. Said she'd find me when they'd saved the money. Kissed me and pushed me through it. Woke up outside another archway, up in Government Square. Paya and Kellener were waiting for me there. Jerem rubs his nose. They're not so bad, but I keep hoping my parents will stop by to visit, even if they don't have the money yet, right? I try to laugh a lot so they can hear me, though. Oh, that's a sad story. Where's that archway? I want to find it now. Kellener and Paya. Let's talk to them. This couple stands together, their shared gaze fixed away from you. No words pass between them, instead they share a silent language of tenderness. Their bodies turn subtly towards each other, forming a private space between them. His hand reaches for hers, and without looking she claims it. Still looking past you, they smile together. His is a curving line carved in oak. Hers unabashed and radiant as a lantern on a starless night. He's so beautiful, I do hope we're a good home for him. Turning, you see the object of their attention, a young boy, darting between the stalls and playing in the dust. Okay,